Good day. Dcal Calloway.
Hey, I'm Dr. Ron.
How's it going, everybody? Facebook, Instagram, everybody. The whole platform. We love you guys. Just want to say hello to you and happy belated birthday. Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, man. I seen a lot of flowers and candy go up.
Yeah, exactly. Look, people spending money.
I should have set up my stand.
Oh, yeah, you sure could have. You would have made some money.
But the thing is, flowers was cheaper this year than it ever been for a long time. So I could have got some wholesale flowers, and for these last minute brothers,
oh yeah,
I could have sold $5-10 a piece.
Yeah, easy. Places that I went to, unfortunately, just was sky high. Roses was like $35.
I went to a place and I can't think of where I was, and I seen a whole bundle for $5 of roses.
Wow. Oh boy.
So I took the bundle, separated individually, put a little more baby's breath on it.
Okay.
Been at the club.
Look, and offered them all.
Hey, come in rolling. Just side hustles. It's a seasonal thing, but hey,
a job is a job.
Hey,
a gig is a gig,
and cash is king,
and payday is a payday.
Well, as you can tell, I'm subbing in for AB.
Mr. Andre Bell. He's under the weather today. We hope and pray that everything goes well with him as well.
And I know he's listening, so
Yeah, he's listening.
I'm trying to hold it down for you, so
I will. Look, I know it's a very hard job to do because this guy's a half animal, half beast.
Well, I normally I stay in my weight class, so that's what I'm going to do today. You told me to say that.
All right, the shout outs that you have, Dr.
Deborah Smith.
Deborah Smith. Okay.
Shout out.
And who is Deborah Smith?
My wife.
Okay. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to say, might have been another woman.
No, I don't roll like that.
We don't want no problems.
I like my health.
You better.
After 44 years, you know all my secrets and you know all my hiding places.
Okay.
So
okay. There you go. All right. Happy wife, happy life.
We can talk about that.
Oh boy, I want to give a special shout out. To our reality podcast members here. AB, he's unfortunately he's under the weather, and then we got SKST Radio Broadcasting Network. We got Dr. Ron here,
and Arthur engineering our show. He wanted us to give him a shout out.
Yeah, Arthur's here.
So
yeah.
Arthur, big ups to you.
And don't mess up.
That's right. I'm being pictures of my head cut off. On the family reunion pictures.
Yeah.
People trying to
shortcutting.
Get in here.
Yeah, squeeze on in.
Duck down.
Want to be seen.
By now, all the tall people know they need to get in the back.
Oh, of course.
But you still got to tell them that.
Shh. Think they're paying you some money. They want to get in that picture.
And they're waiting on that pizza fried chicken at the picnic.
Always black folks. Reality podcast show today, 2025, Saturday, February the 15th. The day is Happy Awareness Day and celebration because of social isolation. Why do you think that, Dr. Ron, awareness?
Since COVID, 2020, we still seem like we still shell shocked.
Yeah.
We're still going through that
True.
PTSD of that. And I think that's a big excuse. But at the same time, one of the things that I am focusing on this year is Black men and loneliness.
Okay.
We tend to have the weight on our shoulders, and we have a problem with expressing ourselves and our feelings. So I found that, especially in elderly Black men, women, you guys socialize, really don't have that concern. But if you got a man in your life, especially if a man who's single later in his life, he needs to, bond with somebody. So we need anything that we need to put awareness on, we got to give it a day,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Look at this, everybody's
everybody's on tuned in.
And we know this is commercial.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you shouldn't have to have a special day to tell somebody, I love you and I care for you.
And I agree with that.
And here's the other thing. I sent out some happy V-Day to some brothers, which I think I would kind of shock them. But we need to kind of bond with each other,
right? Bond
a friendship with each other, and not be afraid of just say, hey, Dcal, really, how you doing?
Right.
I'm not going to ask you that on with the
right.
phone on camera. But my point is that loneliness and being aware is very important, and we need to break this code of silence that hey, that everything is okay.
Right.
I put on this facade. Find somebody that you can find in. Not everybody.
Yeah. Right.
But find somebody, and me and it individually, we need to open up that you can share with me.
Right.
That I won't, see you less than. And that's, to me, that's the stigma, especially being a black man in America.
Right.
That we can always have to look like we got it together. Because, we can, look like we got it together.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you see it all the time, I like right in the mall or just everyday grocery shopping or wherever else that you go, you see guys, they have some issues, but they don't tell you about it. They be like, oh yeah, I'm good.
Right.
Yeah, good. But it's just something else that's going on in this picture that you're not telling me. But a lot of time, from a man's perspective, they don't want to.
Well, the thing about it,
they feel like, man, I'm not weak. I'm gonna handle my business or whatever else, And it's not like that all the time. It's just, just showing compassion. Be like, yo, bro, are you good? Are you really good?
Right. And at the same time, we have to take time to actually care and listen to, because sometimes I say, what's up or how you doing? I really ain't got time to hear that. Right.
I'm gonna get back with you. I'm gonna get back with you on another note, but I'm gonna get back with you.
But you need to have at least a friend, a confidant, a mentor, a mentee relationship that you can have, someone that you actually can share. And that's my goal for this year, is to develop those relationships.
And that's good. Yeah, that's good. That's a good thing. I mean, whether you single, married, or whatever else, or job situations, or your goals of what you're trying to profession yourself, what's going on for this year, that's good. You need somebody that will give you advice on that you can talk with.
No man is an outlet.
No.
I mean, yet I know that's a cliche saying, but as I, get younger, I realized that basically I need a outlet.
Right. Yeah. And I can agree with that too, because a lot of times we keep us bundled up within ourselves, and you just don't want to explain it or tell the situation or whatever else that you're going through. So yeah, I can roll with that right there. Yes, sir. This is a month of Aquarius, and you also Aquarius. Happy belated birthday to you.
Oh, the Aquarius.
Yeah. And Aquarius is running from January the 20th to February the 18th. Clear-minded people. Would you agree?
I would, but I don't know
about everybody else.
hey, my mind is clear.
Hey, don't tell them what's going on with people's minds these days. You'd be like,
yes.
Okay.
Yes. I still haven't figured out how people think they can actually text and drive. I still.
That's a hard one.
It's just like when you get closer to mine, you just want to look in their car. You know exactly what they're doing by now.
Oh yeah.
It used to be time when people swerve and do all this. And you kind of wonder what they're doing. But now,
that phone,
gets
them in trouble every time. Oh. Yeah. Right on your side, and then they get mad with you.
You read my mind, because that was saying like,
I mean, really get upset with you.
Yeah,
like
What you doing in your lane?
Yeah.
Get off the sidewalk.
Oh man. Look, I just be like, go ahead, man. You got it.
Yeah, because it's
because no telling what you might get into.
Road rage is real.
Want to get in the car fight? Want to get real crazy? Might shoot.
Yeah. So it's best to go ahead.
It's okay. Go ahead. You got it.
And then you got the guys who cruising right on your bumper, and it's a red light. So they just want to get in front of you. Yeah. I mean, they ain't going nowhere. But I just want to get in front of you. Yeah. That made my whole day. That's what goes on. You know, you then you go by them and look at them like this, like
terrible. Celebrity birthdays we got going on. Mr. Bobby Brown is coming in. You know Bobby Brown, new addition, the man himself. Oh man, 50, don't be cool. Yeah.
Every little step I take.
There you go. He's coming in at 56.
Oh man.
Yeah, 56 years old. Bobby's out there, man. Look,
you remember Candy Girl?
Yeah.
You know, you look at those old videos, you be saying, man. Then you look at them now.
Dad, be like, whoa, what trouble. I see them. They had that, their reunion tour, and man, he was out of breath, man. I said he ain't got it no more.
He don't take every little step. He don't take that.
Rapper Cameron is coming in at 49.
Wow.
Yeah, 49 years old. Man, time is flying. Kevin Gates, rapper, is 39. And then we have Ice-T, the rapper and actor, coming in at 66 years old.
Well, we used to call him Unc, but now he Grandpa. Yeah. he's past the Unc stage.
Gotta be careful now. Oh my God. Rap artist from Wu-Tang Clan, Ghostface Killer, coming in at 54. Jennifer Anderson, you remember her from Friends with Money. She's a movie actress and movie star. She's coming in at 56.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Man, yeah. Everybody that seemed like that we knew and admired from the last 20 years are graying.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's amazing how, life is just moving so fast.
As you get older, go real fast. You be like, oh, man.
Think about it. It's middle February already.
Yeah, exactly.
We blinked. It was just December.
Just like that. Time flies.
So anything that you set out your mind and goals and plans that you have, you need to execute them.
Oh, yeah. You're right about that.
Because if you ain't going to do it, it's going to be history.
It'll be over. Yeah.
So, all those writing that screenplay, writing that book, starting that business, hey, you better get on it.
Yeah. No time to waste at all.
Buying that house, or,
Oh, yeah.
Buying that real estate. I know, the economy and all that good stuff. But, hey, take your foot off the brake.
Yeah. You got to get it done.
Yeah.
I mean, because the way this president going now, good grief. We don't know what's going to happen from day by day.
I knew we were going to get to that. I thought we were going to get to
Come on now.
I thought we were going to get there in the second half. Let's say that for the second half. We don't want to get cut off in the first half of the show.
Get him out of here.
Yeah,
You're fired.
Yeah. For real.
Special shout outs to Megan Thee Stallion. Her birthday's her birthday was just passed. And she's 29 years old. Man, special shout out to my Eagles, man. Yes, we did it again. Super Bowl champions, man. Fly, Eagle, fly. Somebody please blow the whistle.
I am a bandwagon fan of Jalen Hurts.
Okay. So not wrong, but you're admitting it.
Well, and the reason why if I had a son to play football, this is the guy I would tell him to emulate.
To be able, definitely emulate him. Yeah.
I mean, on the field and off the field, and personal life. If I can wink.
You're talking about a guy that's very low key, highly educated. I mean, always giving back, doing things for the for the community as well as everything else. Oh, this guy's doing it, man.
Put some spec on his name, though.
But overall, it was a fantastic game, man. I didn't expect for it to be a blowout. I mean, for real. I thought it would be close, but hey, the boys came out there to play, man.
Yeah. And shout out to all the 757 brothers who were in the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
One is a little salty right now.
Didn't make the cut.
Well, he said that 2.5 sacks, I should have been the MVP, but he had to realize that in his business, quarterbacks has always got to shine.
I mean, exactly.
Very rarely.
Do you?
So I'm just saying, not that you didn't earn it or deserve it. I'm just saying,
right?
The way the NFL is set up, it's the quarterback league.
Right.
Come on now.
He's the leader.
But they said what he was doing. He got a contract negotiation coming up next month.
Oh yeah.
So he would put them on the front street. About
That's
hey.
True. Yeah.
So I think it was very strategic and tactical what he did.
He put it in there.
And sometimes you have to get it in.
You have to do that. Yeah, you got to sell it. More money.
Hey, I mean, that's the name of the game.
That's it. Yeah.
So I shout out. There was another brother from the 757. I can't think of his name right now, but hey, shout out to 757.
The brother, what's his name? Shields. I'm trying to think. He went to Oscar Smith. He's a defensive player.
That's Sweat who I'm talking
Sweat.
about.
Yeah, Sweat.
But there's another brother who.
Okay.
In there also.
Yeah, there's quite a few of them. One guy from went to ODU, and then yeah. So
long snapper.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. 2 up, 2 down, B8. Right. Hey, congratulations to Keyshawn Davis. Won last night, big fight. Oh, hey. 4th round, knockout. Did his thing.
See, I remember Sweet Pea. So anybody who could bring the pound for pound, and the glory back to the boxing game, back to the 757.
More power to you. More power to you. I like that. Very supportive, man. This guy, he's always doing his thing.
Right. He's always giving the spot light back on the 757.
Exactly. Representing. Yeah. So that's a good job. Yeah, we was talking about about the Eagles and everything. Yesterday they did have a parade. Yeah, and it was flooded out there.
About 1 million people out there. I told Dcal before the show that you could have told people you were out there and they would never
know.
Yeah,
I didn't see you.
I was there. I was there. Here's a picture. I was right there.
That's me right there. See that black dot?
But they got a little wild.
Oh boy, Jim, come on, man. That's my hometown. They always doing something crazy, doing something wild. Kids all over the like Pulp Fiction, standing on the buildings and everything else. Want to be seen. That's what they do.
Hey, I mean, we know it took a while. I mean, got so close 2 years ago. Right. Now you got it. So, hey, we're going to let you know. We're going to set this car on fire. But it's good for the city.
It really is.
And the thing about it, I know the other team was trying to three-peat. That would have been, good for them.
Yeah.
But I think for the NFL overall, it created, parity and the viewership.
Right.
Unfortunately, we get tired of seeing the same thing over
and
over again.
Over and over. You're like, oh man, okay, yeah, they won. Just like now you hear every year from the Cowboy fan, AB, especially him, Cowboys. Oh man, yeah, we're gonna take this year.
Yeah, we got a lot of Cowboys fans around with black armbands on. And Commanders fans that think they got next. I mean, it's
they just come all out the woodwork. Speaking of woodwork, Diddy news. January the 3rd on Thursday, Diddy was rushed to the hospital. He had an altercation. I don't know if he had an altercation or meltdown with one of the other inmates, but they took him out, and it was late that he had to go. He was complaining about his knee, because he ran the marathon years ago. So he's saying that he was trying to recruit from that, but I think it's more than what it seems to be about the knee thing. But do you think he was praying in the cell, or he just had maybe another job to do?
I not to touch this thing. We're gonna say that he. Well, we know he's standing in the need of prayer. And maybe he was kneeling in the prayer position, and basically he kneeled praying so long that it was affected his kneecaps. Well, oh boy! In this case, no news is good news, and that's all I got to say. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad for the brother.
Exactly.
It's so unfortunate. I just want to know, or let everybody know that we got to be careful how we walk through, society in this earth, and what we do. I'm not going to say it so much as karma, but we have to be very circumspect of how we treat each other.
Right. Right. As a human being, yeah, you're right.
So, and I just leave it at that. It's unfortunate that things happen with him, with other people, and we have to understand just because somebody has money and stature and fame. Doesn't mean that person has the moral character and quality that we should have our young people to aspire to. And that's the reason I go back to Jalen Hurts, is that if there was something in his background, we wouldn't have known it by now.
Oh yeah, of course.
So with what I have seen and what I have observed, he's a pretty solid guy, and we should emulate more like him.
Right. And he's, like you said, he's a good positive engine for the kids and everything else. A very good role model.
Right.
So that means a lot. So what did you think overall about the Super Bowl with King Lamar, his debut?
Well, here's the deal. If we don't read, we don't know what 40 acres and a mule is.
You're right.
So and if they're taking all this stuff out of history books, and if we're not teaching our kids about Black history, a lot of the symbolism that he did went over their head.
Oh yeah.
Maybe when somebody explained it to him why he was doing what he did, and explained that basically, I'll give you a case in point. His dancers were in stars and stripes for the lack of them, but he was in the middle, which. That was a symbolism within itself.
Exactly.
Besides the 40-acre mule and 40 acres and a mule, and the revolution will not be televised. See, that's another thing. But if you're not really, and I won't say even hip, but if you don't have the background to understand what these symbolism mean, it would just be a show.
Right.
It was more than okay. He got his shots in with Drake.
Oh yeah. Okay. And people would suspect that anyway.
But I'm just saying, but it was bigger than that. And that's my point. Most people who just thought it was just he's taking shots at a wounded guy down, man down.
Yeah.
That wasn't the point.
Yeah.
But he did get it in. I want to say that.
Got it in there.
He got it in. So. If we know our history, then we understand a lot of stuff that he was doing in that 15 minutes was with symbolism about the divide and what's going on in today's society.
Mm-hmm. Right. I mean, he painted a picture for you. I mean, it was just clear, you know.
Well, because you have a background on what he was talking about,
right?
It was clear.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, Kevin Durant did see it. He said that it didn't mean anything to him.
Okay, I was going to say, and your point is, and see, I don't have a problem with Kevin Durant, but then again, he went to college for 1 year, and basketball took 90% of that. So, and that's what I mean. Give me 2 minutes. Okay. You don't go in the white community and ask athletes to be representing the white community. Why all the time they ask athletes in the black community to represent and be the thinking heads of the black community?
Yeah, you're right about
athletes and white athletes are white athletes. Mm-hmm. They are not asked to be, well, you know, some of them be politicians, to be talking heads for, you know, for their party. But what I'm saying, but we have a tradition that they give the microphone to certain people who will say certain things.
Right.
That may not be the most educated thing to say.
To speak on the situation. Yeah.
Just because I'm famous doesn't mean that I, like I said, have the moral integrity as well as the intelligence and the nuances to understand if I'm really being manipulated in this conversation. So I say that to say this is that just because he's a great basketball player, but went over 1,000 points, which is only 6 players that did that, doesn't mean that he's academically astute to answer that question anyway.
True. That's true.
And that's my point. It went over a lot of people's head because they didn't have the history of Black people in this country that has been documented. Not that my way I feel about this country. I'm talking about documentation.
Wise,
I can give you a whole hour on this 40-acre and a mule conversation. That was a thing that the government did right after Reconstruction, saying that basically there was a land between Georgia and Florida that it was given to Black slaves prior to Reconstruction.
Right.
They gave them 40 acres. They saw how well they were doing with the 40 acres. Then they gave them mules.
Right.
Okay. After President Lincoln got assassinated, that Freedmen's Bureau was disintegrated by the next president, Andrew Johnson, that got rid of all those things that the government was set in place.
Exactly.
Sound familiar, don't it?
Yeah. Very sound true. But we're going to be right back. Hold that thought. We're going to take a commercial break. Good day. Dcal Calloway, what do you say?
Hey, I'm Dr. Ron. I'm sitting in for AB.
Yes, hey, Andrew, he couldn't make it today. He's under the weather. AB, we miss you, dear brother. But stay in high spirits and get yourself together, because the main thing is about your health, bro.
I'm telling you, I know he's doing the rope-a-dope. He's just showing the punches, but he's going to come back fighting. I know
you know that.
He's going to come back fighting, so without a doubt.
Oh, man. Let's patch it up. We was talking about the King Lamar, and then, the advocacy about what he was doing, what he was bringing to the table. People went over their heads. Some people got it, some people didn't.
And the thing about it that, we have to just look at the facts.
Mm-hmm.
This country is reversing most of the gains that we had from the civil rights movement
mm-hmm.
to what they call the DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion, affirmative action, all those things. And let me just speak on those things. Okay, what those programs did was still get the best candidate
for that project
to compete.
Right.
Okay. Just in case, I was a second lieutenant in the Marine Corps.
Mm-hmm.
All that did was get me. I had to have the degree and everything else with my peers of mm-hmm. that group, which means that basically, when I got there, I still had to do the same thing to compete. And matter of fact, I had to overcome some issues that they had stereotypically of what a black male's functions and all that stuff it is.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't push me ahead of anybody.
Excuse me.
It just make sure that I was being able to compete.
Mm-hmm.
That's all these programs are for, to compete.
Right.
If let's say I go to Harvard as a black male. Once I get in there, I still have to. I'm a man in the arena. That doesn't make me less or give me any edge.
Right.
I still got to fight for my position in
mm-hmm.
there. So don't be confused when people say, well, we're talking about merit versus affirmative action or DEI. All the DEI programs is giving you an opportunity to compete.
Right.
It doesn't level the playing field,
mm-hmm.
and it doesn't give you no advantage other than you are able to compete. Once these programs are not, you're not able to compete.
Right. Oh boy.
See.
Yeah.
Talk to somebody who know,
mm-hmm.
and stop listening so much of the social media and these these broadcasts, because they're only going to tell you just a little bit of what's going on. Since I've been in those arena, I can tell you have no advantage. The only advantage you have is you can get out the bullpen and be at bat. But once you get bat, you still got a bat. Guys gonna throw at your head just like he threw it at your head.
Yeah.
He gonna throw a curve.
And that's real talk. Yeah.
So make sure you talk to your congressmen, your senators, all that,
mm-hmm.
that, hey, we need this kind of, it wasn't even a level playing field, actually,
mm-hmm.
Because you still had to give your merit, and you had to compete against peers who might, had, tutors and these other advantages that you didn't have.
Yeah.
So I had to do a lot of stuff, homework, to make sure I was sharp enough to be engaged in the arena.
Right.
On my own time.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to share that, because a lot of people are kind of really think that there's because of the length of the affirmative action, they think that it should be fair right now. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, the playing field is still not level. Matter of fact, I think we just took a couple of steps back.
Yeah.
As far as this society.
I'm going to say that for us, this society.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
As far as being, equal under the law,
mm-hmm.
I think we took a step back.
Yeah.
And we got to be watchful,
mm-hmm.
and then we got to be vigilant and hold the people who are in office accountable.
Exactly. I mean, what you're saying is absolutely right. But people don't want to be accountable for nothing anymore. They don't want to take it like that.
Well, okay. let's look at let's say who we're talking about. And right now, I'm talking about this current administration. Mm-hmm. This current administration saying they want to base everything on merit. And here's my problem with that. Mm-hmm. I know you heard the term that you want to pull yourself up by your own bootstraps. You heard that before, right?
Yeah.
But if you never had an opportunity to get boots,
right?
See, that's what the Freeman Bureau, when I was the ending of the first half, was talking about. Civil rights without civil rights is useless.
Okay.
If I give you the same, let's say after slavery, we knew we had just manual labor tools, so we went to farming. Mm-hmm. But my point is that if we didn't have the 40 acres or the mule,
right,
you end up being sharecroppers. Mm-hmm. And I'm probably one generation removed from doing that because we didn't have the tools to do that.
Yeah.
In this country, you still have to have finance.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Which
is very important.
Right. Yeah. So if you don't have the means to have the finance, and for me to send my children to live in a certain area, educate in a certain school system, et cetera, there is no level playing field. Mm-hmm. They saying that it has been, and they saying that we're tired of spending money in those areas.
Okay.
For you to catch up, and I'm saying we still have a lot of catching up to do.
Of course. It ain't getting no easier neither.
And of course, my class on Tuesday, Dr. Ron Smith investigates, talking about finances, that we need to get our money right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and spend it wisely.
Yes.
And
I talk about cash flow, and I talk about your expenses and assets and stuff and investments, and I keep it simple so that everybody can be able to do that. Mm-hmm. And I know everybody's not making $65,000, but I can talk to you with your $40,000 job. There's some things that you can do. Mm-hmm. And a quick example. I know we got to move on. Mm-hmm. We're talking about freedom. And freedom is not really about money. It's Mm-hmm. And here's my point. If you had, let's say you making $50,000, and you had your own house, and you had some rental property.
Okay.
And which means that you had a little land.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could make, let's say, 6 figures.
Right.
And live paycheck to paycheck. Who's better? See, most people think it's just about money. I share with you, it's about freedom to have the decisions, to be able to have options.
There you go. That's what you really need to have: options, choices.
Excuse me. My grandfather had 40 acres and pretty much was self-sufficient. He slept better at night than I did 10 years ago when I was living paycheck to paycheck, making 3 times as much as he did, because he had freedom. Mm-hmm. So instead of looking at the zeros, you need to say, how would I actually set myself off this plantation, I call it, of the economy? Because everybody tell you about the Federal Reserve, they tell you about the GNP, they talk about the stocks and them. Mm-hmm. And actually, to me, they talking over my head, because my personal economy is what really affect me.
Right.
My cash flow. Mm-hmm. So if I could get my cash flow to the point where, let's say we could go to Vegas and say, hey, all we got to do is a couple of days, hey, I may not be able to go for first class, but my point is that we can go if we want to.
Right.
Other than I'm going to have to, making 6 figures, and I'm going to have to put that on my credit card.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of ways to get to Vegas, but what it's going to cost you, and what peace of mind when you come back, when those bills come in.
Yeah, because they're going to keep coming.
So I'll talk about freedom.
Right.
Freedom for me is different from freedom for you.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
But freedom to have options to meet the needs of whatever demands that is set before you.
Exactly. So,
that's to me what we need to be talking about in our community, other than Kendrick Lamar and Drake. These guys.
Yeah, because they're doing their thing.
Right. In their business, no news is bad news.
Right. Yeah.
Drake is not having a cup on the side of the road.
No. Not at all.
You might thought he took an L.
Yeah. He ain't taking no L. They do help boost up sales for him. That's it. Publicity. That's it.
Yeah. See, we and I'm talking about everyday people.
Right.
With Sly Stone, everyday people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are different, living in a different economy than the rest of these people. And we cannot, their problem can't be our problem.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
This whole different ballgame.
But don't get so hung up on that beef.
Right.
And you don't have the beef to put on the grill at your own house.
Thank you. Yeah. And a lot of times that happens.
Yeah.
That really happens. And that's real talk there. A lot of times happens because people misconstrued everything and doing other stuff and try to be comparison with somebody else. You can't do that. No. You can't do that.
So let's focus on our own economy and our own community and our own family units. And then we, reach out and galvanize the community that way. And I think that's the one way we have pretty much lost our way, is that we need to circle the wagon. We see that basically the cavalry is not coming, and that federal golden goose stop laying eggs for us.
Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah.
Now, the goose is still laying eggs.
Oh, yeah, the goose, yeah, definitely.
It just ain't going to be coming down to your community,
right?
And I want you to remember that.
Yeah.
That money, all the cuts and stuff, follow the money. Barron has started his own real estate firm.
I heard about that. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
He's going to be a billionaire before this year over, right?
You know that.
All his family has cashed in already. 3.5 weeks.
What?
That's right. So when the puppet master is showing you this hand, you better remember that his other hand might be in your pocket.
Yeah.
Oh, this man, and I'm gonna leave it at that. This man is crazy like a fox, and it's all
about the money.
Yeah, all about the Benjamin.
That's it. All about the business. Question of the day: do you or anyone else in America or around the world believe in what Donald Trump is doing there?
Well, and okay, I'm going to continue, because basically what you have is that, when the market goes up, the market goes down. It's almost like energy. It doesn't disappear. It just accumulates somewhere else. So he is for the rich.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about it. I mean, you see this all the time.
So if you're rich and you're wealthy, then yes. For everyday people,
no.
So all the the promises and all the campaign things that people, some of the people that look like us that voted for him, they've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, and now he's running them up.
Yeah. Showing his true color. But he
didn't lie.
No.
He told us what he was going to do.
Yeah, he told you that. Yeah. While he was campaigning, he set the book straight, said what he was going to do.
Yeah.
But we had some people, believers, some were not believers, and the ones that were believers, they're thinking that they're going to get something at the end of the day, that this man's going to do something for them.
It's very rarely somebody would do you good who can't feel your pain.
Yeah.
This man has never missed a meal.
No.
Never missed a payment.
None of that.
Okay. I know about the bankruptcy, though. I know y'all looking, oh, you've been bankrupt 6 times. Okay. That's a paper game.
That's what I was going to say. Don't fall for that because, again, it's just a paper game.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That's it. Cover up.
And actually, you can make more money with debt than you can with actually cash.
There you go.
I'm going to talk about that a little bit later in my on my podcast. Matter of fact, that is the way to the millions. You just have to make sure you are ahead of the paper.
There you go.
That means that basically the problem with us is that is not being disciplined enough.
And you have to discipline yourself
to be able
to be there. Yeah.
So,
exactly.
So, I can show you some things about how you do that too. Case in point, I don't know if you remember Robert Townsend, his first movie.
Oh, yeah. That's one of my favorite comedians there. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know how he financed his first movie?
No.
Credit cards.
That's right. Yeah. He did. Because he kept saying that he had numbers of credit cards. And he was working his magic doing that. You're right. Yeah.
So there's ways that you can actually do it, but you got to be ahead of the game, though.
Exactly.
Which means that you got to be disciplined enough to be able to make sure you meet those. They say in the stock market, the margin calls, because when they call and you can't answer, they take everything.
Do they?
So, but that's a game that they know how to play, that we can learn, and I can show you a few things about that. But I had to put on my asbestos underwear if you know what I mean. But to me, the power of you are in your influence. What you got going on now, and to maximize that,
right,
and then move to the next level. And the thing about it is, I tell people, especially if I'm advising them, let's go for some base hits instead of trying to hit the home run.
Exactly. One base at a time. Yeah. One step at a time.
Right.
You got to crawl before you walk.
Right.
Yeah. But a lot of times we don't do that. We want things happen right now.
And especially as you venture into markets that you haven't been there before, and you don't have a mentor that should tell you
to lead you along the way. Yeah.
Sometimes you got to walk one step ahead of the other one.
Right.
When you get a mentor who has done a few things, then you could leap and you jump and you can get involved in some things. But he gonna tell you, there's some things, foundational things that you need to have in place.
Covered. Right. Exactly.
One of my mentors shared it with me this way. He said that basically, you got to learn how to play the 4-piece drum before you graduate to the 16-piece.
There you go.
Because actually, that's all show.
Yeah.
But if you master that 4-piece,
oh man, you got something.
You got to practice your skills. Yeah. If you want to play.
Exactly.
You got to practice that. That's those fundamental things, and people who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about.
Oh, they know.
Yeah. So sometimes we have to be fundamentally sound.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that basically, once you get fundamentally sound, you'll be surprised how fast you can grow from there. But sometimes I think we have to grow. We try to grow fast. Can I give you a quick example? Okay. I heard this guy saying that basically, we need to flip our money how we do it on the street, selling drugs.
Right.
Well, it's very hard to build, let's say, a clothing franchise the same way you flip. And what I mean by that, Ralph Lauren didn't start selling $50 or $80 t-shirts today. He started on a different level and worked his way up to that point.
Yeah.
So when people say that you can do that, you can sell shoes, I'm saying it's not quite the same.
Exactly.
Because there's some discipline things that you learn along the way.
As you're going along, as you're going your way,
Now you can do that if you have a mentor, because he's gonna tell you, nah, you can't. Right.
Hey, slow down there.
Exactly. No, you need to put it over here.
Exactly.
Instead of
to
doing
the side.
this.
Yeah.
Right. Or if you do that, you got 15 days to meet this. Can you meet it?
Mm-hmm.
And if you need to got to be honest with yourself that deals that depends on someone else is not really a deal.
No.
It's what you can actually do.
Exactly. On your terms, on your budget.
See, a lot of people get into these partnerships and they fail and they get upset and mad with people because they didn't do their due diligence. And there's one other thing, and I'm gonna be like AB. I'm gonna step back a little bit. when I invest with a partner, I'm not so much investing in the deal as I'm investing in you.
Right.
So I got to make sure the product is always going to be the product, but as far as your partnership, it all depends on what the integrity of your partner.
Exactly, and what he's going to be putting out.
So when we partner up or we get these groups, we got to make sure that they understand exactly what the process is. It sounds like I've been burned a couple of times on it.
We all have.
My point is,
but you learn from that.
Well, I learned that everybody didn't see the end goal the way I saw it.
Right.
They saw more of a quick rich.
A hustle.
Because they saw one of these TV shows that the whole thing was solved in 45 minutes and with 3 or 4 commercials.
Okay.
Business don't work that way.
Mm-hmm. Right.
There's levels to everything.
You got that right.
And there's cycles to everything too.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that we need to learn. But I know our time is moving. Make sure your personal economy is solid.
Mm-hmm.
Once your personal economy is solid, then you don't have to worry so much and depend on the
back end or whatever else that you have going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's take for instance. He laying off about 65,000. He wanted to lay off about 200,000 federal workers.
Mm-hmm.
90% of them are not ready.
Oh yeah.
Because they have outstanding car notes, they have outstanding private school, they got outstanding mortgage notes.
Right.
And they weren't prepared for it.
No. They didn't think it was coming like that.
But think about it, if they had their own by now, they had their own, almost paid off the house, the cars pretty much are taken care of. They have arranged to have the schools taken care of.
Right.
And they're still able to go on vacation.
Exactly.
And they have 46 months of money.
Money backed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine if they had that plan.
Oh boy. It wouldn't be as bad, yeah. Wouldn't be as bad.
Right.
That's why you always have to plan.
People don't plan to fail.
See, that's what I'm going to say. I was just going to say that. You just took the words right out. People don't plan to fail.
Right.
They just jump in. Okay, I'm just taking for what it is.
And they fail to plan.
And then you have to accept it.
Right. So there's a lot of people who are struggling right now that live in a nice neighborhood. Mm-hmm. They're driving a nice BMW.
Right.
And the kids in private school.
Mm-hmm.
And now that's going to be a whole culture change within a couple of weeks. There's going to be a whole culture change.
Yeah, exactly.
and think about it is that once you the thing about money is good to have. Mm-hmm. And when you have it, you surround yourself with the wrappings of it, which means that basically your identity is shaped around it.
Right.
If you don't understand it from the beginning, mm-hmm. It's almost like somebody born into an upper middle class or rich family.
Right.
They don't know how to deal without. And one thing I can say about us Black people, I'm gonna leave this on the positive note. We have always been resilient. We always had to, that make a way out of no way type mentality.
Exactly.
And we will overcome this. I'm sharing with you, basically, if you get your money right, this whole experience would be so much easier and better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And is it a life learning experience?
Yes.
It is. Yeah. Got to wake up, people. Get your finances and everything else together, because you never know. The light can go off at any time.
So I'm going to talk about this man because he ain't going to brag on himself. One of the things that he has done is that he has a solid income, but he has multiple income streams. And that's the key to financial independence. Mm-hmm. You can have a main job.
Oh, yeah.
But you're going, you could call them side hustles or whatever, mm-hmm. investments, et cetera, et cetera. I'm a real estate investor, so I got a couple of income streams coming in and do that way. But my point is that is the way to get yourself financially independent.
There you go.
Where you can do some things.
Right.
I know like guys who are in real estate, like to buy and flip. I think you need to buy and hold, because then you create a cash flow.
Now, with that too, that's fine. I'm in real estate too. Now, like you said, the flipping and selling thing, that is good. But like you said, though, you still want to have some stability there that you got here that's established. Mm-hmm. Now, if you have more than one, other options or wherever else, then the flip thing is good.
Okay. Okay. Well, as long as you understand what flipping does. Flipping is going to put you in a position where you're in a taxable situation,
right?
Which means that you're going to have to deal with capital gains, mm-hmm. which means that if you have a mentor, he will tell you, hey,
explain everything to you. What's going,
this is how much you need to keep in escrow.
Yeah, right, right.
Tax man is coming.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I can tell you that.
He won't his.
Death, taxes, and trouble. You do three things for sure. my man Marvin Gaye used to say. But quick lesson. Let's think, for instance, if I was a young man today, I would buy me a duplex or a triplex or quadplex.
Right.
I would buy, fix it up, and rent out the other three.
There you go. And live there.
And live in there.
There you go.
So now I have the other tenants are paying my mortgage. And let's put it this way: if I had a partner, we have the first two units, mm-hmm. and we rent out the other two units.
Right, right.
That's the kind of partnership that I would implore us to start doing. Mm-hmm. In that way, basically, if you think about expenses, housing in your vehicle is probably the two most expensive thing that you should be doing.
True.
I mean, it's other things that you'd be doing. But those who do things that you should be doing.
Exactly.
So if you want to, I give you that. That's my nugget for the day. Uh-huh. If you guys are living in apartments now and you got some partners that, hey, go into business together, and basically from that duplex, triplex, etc. Mm-hmm. Create your own LLC.
There you go.
Be your own property manager.
There you go.
And then you go from there.
There you go. Wise words by Dr. Ron. Man, unfortunately, we ran out of time, but join us. His show is on the same network. He's with every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday. Okay, you get join Dr. Ron.
Got a question. Whatever happened to RJ? RJ used to call in all the time.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know what happened to him. He drive trucks and, he probably riding around the town or out of the country.
We gotta find RJ.
We gotta get RJ back in here. RJ, give us a call, man. We're worried about you. Until next time, between time, love yourself first. Remember, always have a strategy for yourself. A backup for a backup. Stop playing. I'm just saying. Till next week. Peace.
Peace.